everyone, my name is B. Welcome to the Welly UHC Aftercall. Before we get into this and talk about it, so don't forget to do it at the end, I'm just going to say a really quick thank you again to MCProHosting. Why do I always feel like I'm saying it wrong even though I'm not?
That's my favourite server hosting company.
I really appreciate it. I swear to God, Phoenix. I swear to God. Right. I forgot. I didn't put webcage on. Are you guys happy that it was just the chest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I swear to Jesus.
I didn't mean to.
So we'll go around and we will talk. We'll just go around and talk in our teams, do a little story of what happened, how things. Yeah. So before we do anything, and talk about all of the stories, all I want to say, that trap sucked. Just saying.
How dare you?
Listen, we came up behind and I broke the glass through the back to open the chest because I at least assumed it was going to be a trapped chest that set it off. But no, it was a very obvious pressure plate on the front of the car.
We literally spent the whole series planning that, so...
I know. Well, it was rubbish.
I walked over it and was like, well, let's just find out. And then we just ran away and just watched it explode. Admittedly, I wasn't expecting as much TNT as there was. I thought you would have found a temple and maybe put like 4 TNT under there. There was clearly a lot more than 4 TNT under there.
Oh yeah, we spent our time getting those resources.
We were like, the whole time, we were like, oh my god, Chris and Agent are going to be so OP because all they've done is ask if they can go to the Nether and if they can have horses and stuff. Meanwhile, you spent your whole game filling a house with TNT.
I know.
we just wanted to have fun.
Alright, let's start with our super newbie, but newbie, not newbie, different things. Applesauce, hello. How did your season go?
It went well, actually. We had all diamond except for our helmets, which was really exciting. And we had a lot of luck. I didn't even lose more than like 2 hearts at any given time, and I don't think Georgina lost that many either. So it was
well, ignore how many hearts I lost.
You had like 10 golden apples. We got like incredibly resource lucky this season.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up in Extreme Hills.
Yeah, we got a lot of emeralds. But whenever y'all were coming at me, how many hearts did I have you down whenever we were arrow fighting?
Me? You knocked me down a lot from your sword first, and then I was like super shocked because I honestly don't know what my health got to because I obviously you were like trading hours with me, so he kept teleporting and swapping places. You guys, it was just horrible. Just like swap like that. And then out of nowhere, someone else shoots at me from a different team, and I'm swapped to another place. Then you shot me again, and I'm swapped again. And I honestly feel like I just had like a total meltdown. I just stood still. I was like, "Oh my god, what is happening?" As I was like losing my mind. I was literally just like teleporting everywhere, and honestly, I'm dizzy as a result. You definitely got me down at least half because I started to panic, and I only panic when I'm starting to get low. So
when
you definitely got me down
because I thought Shakara was a lot closer to you than she was.
Yeah, I shot you because you were in the water, and I wasn't. And I swapped you, so I will have the strategical advantage, but it didn't work the way I wanted. Then you got the strategical advantage, and I started to panic and running around the trees. As you may remember.
Around the trees, you then got me from behind. I was like, oh my god, how did I fall?
For a moment, you were below me, so you could have easily killed me by hitting my feet repeatedly. So I panicked and I started running and jumping around until I got you in the same position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I panicked once. I panicked once she died, and so I ran away and I dug a hole, and like I had it so that I was on like a pillar, and then all around me it was like 5 or 6 blocks deeper. So if someone were like not dig right on top of me, the goal was they'd fall. But I just panicked and I gappled, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait it out for a second.
I turned around to continue fighting you. I was like, what? Where's she gone? Because like it's disappeared.
I just wanted to like take
to a hill.
It's like I should have kept going after you, but like at the same time I was really low. This is only my 30 HC, so I was panicking.
Well, you did really well, so congrats. I actually knew that you hadn't done many UHCs before, so pretty impressive, really, considering.
Well,
do you do any other PvP stuff?
My friends and I were practicing on like Hytale, like Hypixel and stuff before season 11 of UHC because I was just like no skills, but that's about it. 'Cause
Wow, I'm pretty impressed.
My PvP skills are not. Well, thank you.
Okay, so Katie, how did it go? Poor Katie came into this expecting a teammate, ended up solo with 2 wolves. So for those who are interested, I gave Katie 2 wolves, an extra gapple, and a wooden axe to start.
Yeah,
Okay.
those were the most disobedient wolves I have ever seen. They would not follow me. They just. Okay,
Oh.
Season.
You could have got a lot.
Oh, love that. I feel like there was a lot more mobs this season too.
I had it on normal and not easy this season.
Okay. But yeah, the wolves would not stay. I had the hardest time finding diamonds. Ended up in the extreme hills. I think.
Oh, dear.
What?
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
But yeah, it was like I for the longest time could not find anything, and then I find diamonds, and then literally diamonds were right there,
Well,
and then happened again with gold. But yeah, and then I mean it was just like nothing really. I got full prot 2, I think, with a diamond chest plate. Not that anyone saw because I died. I didn't even get to see the swappy thing, and I was like, my plan was and I saw this house, and I was like, oh, like, I want to go see the house. Like, I'm scared. I didn't even get close to it before. I don't know if it was Chris or Agent, but I saw one of them, and then I died. So, that was great.
It's time to be alive.
At
We didn't
least...
see you.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, I thought
No,
you
we
were
didn't.
chasing
No, we
me.
didn't.
No, we were actually running away
Oh.
from B and Shikadi, so we ender pulled away and then there.
I love how you were
Oh.
running away from us and we were running away from you.
I
Great.
thought you were chasing me.
Yeah.
And then I like went and hit because then like you came and found me eventually. But yeah, I really wanted to see the house. I did not realize it was a trap, but I guess it blew up. So that's great. But yeah,
Oopsies.
I really wish I would have gotten to see the swappy thing. I didn't even get to do that. Oh well, it was fun. I did better than I
Why is
expected.
it-
I tried.
I think you tried to swap it.
I did.
Right.
Phoenix.
Hi. So me and Rob had like a fantastic season up until you happened.
You came for our wee first.
You hit me first.
First episode, me and Rob.
You almost said John.
I called him John 4 times during the recording.
Honestly, this is the running thing we all accidentally called.
Same. You happens to me all the time.
God. So first episode, we found a village with a diamond and 5 obsidian in it. So we didn't have to make a diamond pickaxe, which was great. Second episode, we were enchanted. We had like, I think eventually I like died. Well, I almost died like 5 times, like with creepers, digging myself into lava and having to save myself from my water bucket, which I actually managed to do this time. Then we made our way to spawn. We saw the house, yeah, and then that's when I was like, well, that's obviously a trap, no thanks. And we saw your little water blocking. Oh, jeez. We saw a little water blocking over there. We were like, should we follow it? Should we not? And then Rob was like, oh, there's some pink names. And I was like, that's B! Run away! But then we
Run
saw
away.
you fighting.
We saw you fighting with Georgina.
And I was like, should we go and clean up? Is that rude?
That's
And Rob was
what we
like,
wanted
if
to
you
do when Apple died.
And
You
Rob was
hit
like,
me
if
in
we
the
want
bum.
to win.
I was
So
like,
then
if you
I
want to
came
win,
out-
we better go.
And then I saw Shikadi in the chest, and I was like, let's just go! And then I just started chopping at her, but then I pushed her into the water, which was just very unfortunate for me. Hi, how you
You
doing?
But you did throw
You hit me
our
in the
entire
bum while I
team
was checking
focus
out the
off.
test.
Yeah.
Like, you threw our focus off completely because Shikadi started screaming, which threw my focus off too. Yeah.
Then we ran
And
away and
then-
hid again.
We ran away and hid, and I saw Apple Flush in the distance, and she definitely saw me because she was like, nope! And she immediately got right away. And I could hear her digging. And then you started coming, so I dug myself into a hole really quick and just shouted, Rob, get down here! And he went, where? And he ran off in the opposite direction, and you killed him. And I was like, thanks.
Yeah. Did I do any damage to you at all, B? Because I was just like, I'm probably not doing anything.
I came up behind you and was like, it's Rob. Oh my god. It's Rob. And then I killed you. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
I just wanted one kill. I just wanted to kill Apple. That's all I wanted. And she dug herself into a hole, then you
All
murdered
I
me.
wanted in life was to kill
Rude.
Apple.
Yeah.
I
Rob,
almost died in this UHC.
we were
so many
digging into the
times.
ground, and then I saw a name, and I was like, "Oh, and did she come out?" And I looked over the edge, and it was you two, and I was like, "No, that's me! Run for your life!"
We almost died so many times, and then we get killed by you two, and I'm not happy.
Will it make you feel any better if I give you Rob's head?
Yes.
yeah, we forgot Rob's head. She didn't pick it up. Oh.
Well then.
Hi. I feel a lot better now.
Oh,
Oh, you destroyed it.
Alright, well. Excuse me. Our team. Well, I mean, it went well, didn't it?
Yeah.
We got. I mean, okay, right. Well, there was one thing. Right, listen. I had a moment where I've been feeling really emotional recently. Like, I don't even know why. But what happened in episode 4 for me. Honestly, I thought I was gonna cry. I genuinely felt that upset. I came up to get sugar canes. We had loads of leather, but didn't have enough sugar canes. So I came up to get some more. And as I was mining that down, I fell into this little hole, and a creeper was right there. And I threw my sharpness 4 sword down in panic, and the creeper blew up my sword. And I had to do my sword all over again, and I was absolutely just I was devastated. It threw us off for like a whole episode just trying to get my sword back. I was so sad, and we didn't do very well with diamonds. I don't think, did we? Not really. We got like a piece each.
You did well. I spent 3 episodes trying to find diamonds and I didn't find any. And in the meantime, that stuff with the soul happened. And then I had to interrupt my quest for diamonds because of that.
And then we stole your diamond and all that instead.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was thank you all for your contribution to our team.
Oh, another head.
What?
Oh, this one goes in my...
It's blooming
I
apple.
have Agent's head.
Yeah.
I have
Isn't
Agent's
it
head.
cute?
Okay, it's beautiful. Shannon!
Yeah. Well, we were getting pretty lucky. We also ended up in an extreme hills. Lots of caves, got everything we needed. We had almost full diamond armor. We ended up finding a dungeon and a mine shaft. And I nearly died to a cave spider. But then when we came up, we were kind of in the middle, like, not before Katie, but pretty early. And we're like, oh, we'll just go and just fight whoever we see first. And unfortunately, it happened to be B and Shikati. And I was talking to Elise, and the next thing I know, B was next to me. Elise died. And then I thought, instead of running away again, I would just fight and ended up dying.
So our strategy for the whole thing was to burr someone and then swap places and attack each other separately. So the idea was that we burr you, I was going to try and shoot you, and then you and Shikari would fight, and then I would fight Elise. But anyway, I hit Elise by accident, and then so I fought you, and then Shikari fought Elise. But you got me really low, and I started to really panic. So yeah, can I actually say really quick while I remember, the switcheroo, one of my favourite parts of the switcheroo, I lit all of the floor on fire in front of me and then kept switcherooing Chris into it. Because every time
Oh my gosh, I know.
because it was obviously he was running forwards and I was facing the fire, so every time I swapped places with him, he kept running and landed in my fire.
So she was playing with she's playing with me, that's all.
Sorry?
I wish you could have seen that. What? Hang on.
Oh gee. Shannon, do you have anything else?
I've got a friend.
We got a diamond shovel, which was like a personal goal. And we found saddles and a record just to fill people's inventory with random junk when we died.
So why are we covering the floor in my head?
Well,
Why not?
You're right. Yeah.
Honestly.
Someone has to be bullied every episode.
Oh my god.
Excuse you.
Yeah, let's just get used to it.
That's alright. At least it's a cute head.
Everybody's like wiring your head now, so congrats.
I forgot how to pick up this.
Excuse me.
I mean,
I don't want
also, I got my lucky aliens. My lucky aliens won us a game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it. I'm sure it's not my raw PvP skill. Alright, Chris and Agent.
Oh my gosh. We had the best season ever. Oh my gosh. Not with luck, just because we thought we were brilliant most of the time. But I guess
we had so much fun.
not.
Evidently.
We literally
actually,
walked
like,
past and went, they didn't even hide the pressure plate.
I know, yeah.
Hey,
No,
you're
it's
not
okay.
in.
The idea came from, okay, so there was a BHC I played, and I did this trick, and someone fell for it, or 2 people fell for it, and they almost died. So I'm like, oh, Agent, we can do this. Someone will totally fall for it. They'll die. This is great. And
No,
so
but
I'm
we
like,
have to mention that you had a dream about this.
oh yeah, I had a dream that this worked. So I'm like, oh, let's do it.
Oh my god.
If I would have gotten closer to the house.
Oh my god.
Just-
Meanwhile, I came up to it, and the first thing I said to Shikari was, "How stupid do these people think we are?"
No,
I
see,
said that
okay.
probably did it on purpose, making it really obvious that it was a trap.
No,
Was it on purpose?
it turns out they actually thought someone would trigger it.
See,
Yeah.
okay, our goal straight up was not to win. We wanted to just kill someone with the house, and I'm like, okay, so if we can't get the materials for, we'll get cactus and we'll put it all in the house. So if they walk in, then they'll just like be pricked. But that didn't work. But we ended up getting the resources to make TNT, and then we found a temple,
Oh,
and
I
so
know,
we
at
got
the
more.
And
Yeah,
we got
and so
to the middle to do this at like episode 6 because we were sure it would work. But like,
yeah.
Well,
it
you see,
didn't,
where
but
your plan was flawed, you put the chest near a window, so I just broke it and opened it and solved it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't. We
So
shouldn't
you
have.
we should have made a trapped chest. Oh
Yeah,
my
This
god.
is what I thought
Yes.
you would have done, but when I opened it, I was like, nope, it wasn't.
You
Wow.
should have made it should have been an
Um,
oak floor with an oak pressure plate.
Oh
That
my
would have
gosh.
made
And you should have probably put the breastplate inside the house, not on the
Yeah.
outside.
I know. Okay, I admit there's lots
Or
of
you
faults,
use trip
but
wires.
we were
But
Yeah,
then
enough of the flaws with your
That's
design.
all.
we were really
came to
excited.
middle. Yeah, we were really excited the whole entire time. We were just
Oh my
just
god.
getting all the materials for TNT, and then we got here, and then we made the house, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have the best idea. We should like make a maze in that mountain to like hide, but then also see if anybody explodes our house. And then B and Shikari came up, and I was scared, and me and Chris were separated in the maze, and I didn't know how to get to him. So I ender pulled away.
Shikari
And
was right
then-
next to me digging. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
I know.
they're gonna get
Chris
me.
was so close to Chris, and then I was so far away, so I dug back to Chris, and then
See, in the maze, we made it so each part would end at like a part of the mountain, so there was a hole. And if
Yeah.
someone were to find us in the maze, we'd ender roll out of one.
yeah.
So that was
Well, the
amazing.
annoying thing was, I had an ender pearl, and I just took it off my hotbar to dig, and as I was running away from Shikari, I was just screaming at Rob, "The ender pearl's not on my hotbar!"
It's okay, I threw mine at the
You
ground.
mean this end about? Alright, well, did everybody enjoy this season?
Yes.
Yes, until the last episode.
This is where you just nope. Hey, Shikari, can I borrow that, please?
The Ender Pearl.
Yeah.
Shannon, I also love how your wellies, the little animal on your socks, is just peeking over it.
Yeah, they're bunny socks.
Rob!
Tippy, it's a special underpants.
Oh my god. Rob
Keith.
There you go.
Off they go.
Oh, I can't throw it because I'm creative. I'm so sad. Bye, Felicia!
Alright, well, thank you all very much for joining in for this season of WellyWangers. I hope you all did enjoy. Thank you again to MCProHosting and everybody else for participating. And yeah, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to check out everybody else's channels and go and subscribe to everyone. Yeah. Bye!
Bye!